my beautiful loves, and welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you are a returning subscriber. Y'all, we are literally in the home stretch of 2019, y'all. Can you believe it? Like, this year has flown by, and it is our final, less than a month to do what we've got to do to prepare to make sure that 2020 is our best year ever. And it's going to be, because for the rest of this month, I commit to you every day, I am going to be pushing out content to help you on your journey to making your vision a reality and to prepare for next year. Yep. So are you ready for it? It's going to be a lot. I'm going to be doing videos on ways that you can end up making money in 2020. I'm going to be doing videos on how you can end up getting monetized on YouTube. Or what if you're not monetized, you're not even close to it, but you're gaining an audience? How can you still make money? Or if you'd like to start your own business, how can you do that? What kind of business are you interested in, and how can you get that started now? Like, it is the time to stop making excuses and to start doing what you got to do. And to help you prepare for that journey, then guess what? The first thing we've got to do is learn how to be able to get to that point. How to be able to free ourselves from what we've already done in our lives, or the stress that has, overcome some of us this year, or any of the many reasons that you haven't reached your goals. It's time to overcome those. So today I'm going to talk about 5 ways, and I spoke on this on another video a while back, but I believe that this is truly powerful in your journey to making 2020 your best year. It's 5 ways or 5 things that you need to stop doing to become successful, to reach your goals. 5 things that you've just got to say, you know what, I'm done with it, and let's move forward. Okay, so are y'all ready? All right, the first thing you've got to stop doing to be successful, because you've got to quit doing the same thing over and over again. If this year you went down the same path as last year, how could you expect to find any different result than you did last year if you didn't change a thing? You can't expect to get a different result if you're taking the same actions over and over again. I see so many people, including myself, y'all, for years and years, I sat there and literally, I had this dream, and I wanted to be able to empower and impact women. And so I thought that these same things that I was doing, only giving just enough to get by, only, doing the easy stuff or what I wanted to do or what felt comfortable, I felt like that was going to get me somewhere. And yet, year after year, I saw these people that were in the same industry as me, in the same field as me, and they're doing better, and they're making more money, and they're living this grand life, and they've totally bypassed me. And it literally took me sitting back and realizing that I was making the same decisions, the same moves, and even I was holding myself back in the same ways year after year. And so today is the day that we stop that. Today is the day that I want you to realize whatever pattern that has led you to where you're at right now and has prevented you from reaching your best potential. And I want you to stop doing it. I want you to find a new route. Take the road less traveled, because that is what's going to make all the difference for you. Because I honestly was so nervous and so scared to be in front of a camera and to speak in front of people. I was always shy as a child, and I was the type that didn't want to stand up in class for presentations. Y'all, I would literally fake sick. Don't tell my mom this. But I would literally fake sick on days that I knew we had to give a presentation because I didn't want to have to give it. I was so nervous that I didn't want to go. I didn't want to do it. When it'd be time to answer a question in class, and this is going all the way back to grade school, so this wasn't like something that just happened as an adult. This was something that has made me nervous for years. I'd be the last one to raise my hand. I didn't want to get picked at PE, and that led into my adulthood. And for years, I wanted to be behind the scenes. That's how I ended up in doing social media marketing, how I ended up doing administrative assistant work. And so I wanted to be behind the scenes. I did not want to be in the forefront. And what I realized is that's what held me back from everything. Because I would literally want to get to a certain level in my life and in my business, but I wouldn't take those risks. I was too scared, or I was too fearful of rejection. I was fearful, what would people think of me? What if I said the wrong thing? What if I did the wrong thing? So I just stayed in my comfort zone. I stayed behind the computer. I stayed not really in front of the camera so that I was comfortable. And what that did for me is it literally made me miss gobs and gobs of opportunities, because I was doing the same thing over and over again and wasn't changing that. So what does that look like for you? What does that look like in your life right now? What is it that you've been doing the same thing over and over again? You can pinpoint it. You know what it is. And you keep saying, I'm going to do differently. Maybe it's saving money. Maybe it's actually spending money on the right things and making proper investments. Maybe it's taking that business opportunity that you've been talking about, writing that book, getting in front of your audience in a different way, starting that YouTube channel, or really putting your focus into it. Maybe you started it, but you just haven't spent the energy and the time to get it to grow. What is that for you? I want to challenge you as we're ending 2019. I want to challenge you to make that your focus right now, on taking a different path than you have before towards your success. Does that look like maybe reaching out to businesses that you've been saying, oh, I'd love to work with them. Oh, but maybe I'm not good enough. Oh my goodness, I would just love to have my book in that bookstore. But what if they reject me? Start taking those leaps. Start doing something differently. And I challenge you not only to start doing something differently, but start doing something differently every day. What is something that you can do each day to get you closer to your success? What is something that you can just tweak a minor change? Maybe it's getting up 30 minutes early and making sure that you plan your day. Maybe it is going to bed 30 minutes later and making sure that you've checked off your list on what you've got to do so you can prepare for tomorrow. Maybe it's actually taking 10 minutes and listening to a great podcast that's keeping your mentality positive. or going to take a bath and relaxing. Instead of having to jump in the shower and jump out, maybe it's time that a few times a week you actually go into the bathroom, run a nice bubble bath. Get in with your favorite smelling soap. Maybe put on your soft music or music that's powerful to you. And just relaxing. Whatever that looks like for you, it's time to do it. So I want you to quit expecting different results and doing the same thing over and over and over again. Number two, I want you to quit saying yes all the time. For some of you, that may be easy. For some of you, you're like, Ashley, I'm a no person. If I don't feel like doing it, I'm not going to do it. Which is great. But also, I'm going to take a spin on that in just a moment for number 3. But if you're not like that, and you're constantly uttering off, yes. Oh my goodness, do you want to be on my blog? Yes. Oh my goodness, will you take me to the store? Yes. Will you do this for me? Yes. We get in this constant cycle of wanting to say yes to everybody because we want to please people. I'm in a book collaboration that's called The Diary of a People Pleaser, and I tell a little bit, just a tad bit, about my people pleasing story. And there's so many of us that constantly do things because they want to please other people, and they forget that to truly be happy somewhere in it, you've got to be pleasing yourself. You've got to be pleasing yourself. So if that is you, then I challenge you to really start kind of evaluating the opportunities that come your way, the requests that come your way. Is it something that's going to benefit you towards this goal journey that you have for yourself? Is this something that is going to make you better? Okay? It's okay to say no. It is okay to say no. No is not a bad word. Oftentimes, I see people getting upset because people tell them no. No motivates me. And I've learned that throughout my life this far, is that for a while I got upset. I was like, yeah, you're going to tell me no? Like, really? But then it got to a point where I realized that no meant yes to something better. And oftentimes when I heard no, my opportunity was so much greater because I worked harder. Because I worked for that yes. And everything these days is all about convenience. It's about convenience. Especially in this generation. It is about, I want this and I want it this way and I want it now and I don't want it wrong. Okay? And I don't want to have to put any work in to do it. Okay, nowadays you can I think you can take your credit card and tap it on the machine. You don't even have to swipe it and put in the work. You literally can tap it on the screen and say, hey, that's what I want. I want that food. I want that handbag. I want that car. Everything nowadays is all about convenience. But I want you to realize that saying no is not a bad thing. If it is helping you to be a better person, if it is helping you to have more time to do the things that you've got to do in your life and in your business, if you're constantly saying yes to everybody, what that's going to end up doing is that's going to take away time from you doing what you've got to do. You're going to start getting frustrated with yourself. Then you're going to start getting frustrated with everybody else. And you're going to get to a point where you say the heck with everything. And that everything is still going to include yourself. Because you're just frustrated and ready to give up. Totally, your positivity is turned to negativity because you have no time for you and the things that you want to see come to fruit into your life. So I challenge you, if that is the kind of person you are, or whether a situation arises where you're like, you know what, that doesn't fit into my day. I've got to get this stuff done. I just can't do it. I challenge you to say no. And I challenge you to think about yourself and your dreams. And even though it may seem like it's selfish, y'all, it is okay. It is okay to think about yourself. I give you permission at this very moment to be yourself. Because guess what? Nobody else is going to make this dream happen but you. Nobody else is going to give this dream or this goal to you. You're the one that's going to have to work for it and make it happen. The next one. I got to get myself together for this one. I need you, and you need you, to stop doubting yourself. Stop doubting your gifts. Stop making your gifts and who you are less than who you are. Stop shrinking just so you can please other people. Because you got everything it takes inside of you, within you. But you have got to stop doubting yourself. That's what I did. That's what I just explained to you. I doubted my abilities. I doubted that I was good enough. I doubted that people were going to respond to me in a positive way. So what did I do? I hid. Instead of shining, I literally dimmed my light because I was scared of what the result would be. I was scared that I wasn't good enough. What does my shirt say? I am enough. You want to know why? That this was the first official merch for my brand. Because I had to realize that I'm enough first. And I'm here to tell you that you are enough. You are well enough. You were given, when you were born, everything that you need to succeed at this life. At this passion, at these goals that you have, at this vision that you've been having inside of you, replaying over and over again inside of your head. But you've got to believe it. I can't believe it for you and make you believe it. You've got to believe it. And if you're going to accomplish your goals in 2020, then now is the time to start believing in you. Stop second guessing yourself. Stop telling yourself you're not good enough. Stop negatively thinking about your goals and your journey and you within that journey. But I want you to start thinking positive. And I want you to start reassuring yourself that you've got this. Because again, it takes you to make this dream a reality. And if you are doubting your own self, it's going to be a long, drawn out, treacherous process where you're probably somewhere along the line going to just throw in the towel because you're just plain tired. So now is the time to stop doubting who you are and your abilities. The next thing world today, in our lives, procrastination has become so prevalent. Why? Because again, we're all about convenience and can I get it done now? And can I get it done with the least amount of work, if any? Number 4 is to stop putting things off for tomorrow. Stop saying, I'm going to do this. If you want to start a YouTube channel, start one. If you want to write that book, write the book. Get up the nerve, get up the guts, psych yourself up, start talking positively to yourself instead of negatively. Just like I said with number 1, with quit doing the same thing over and over again. Now it's time to stop putting things off and start doing what you gotta do to succeed. It's a shame when I see so many people that live out their lives, but they're not really living those lives. They're merely existing and getting by. And then when they get older, they regret so many opportunities that they didn't take, and so many decisions and choices that they could have made, where they could have lived out their dreams. They could have had a totally different life had they have stopped saying, well, I'm going to do it tomorrow, or stopped talking about it for so many years and just did it. For years, I talked about writing my first book. For years, I said I wanted to compile all of my poetry that I wrote during my teenage years, leading into my young adult life. And there was so many different things I went through. And I said, you know what, somebody might, they might be able to learn from this, or they may get some inspiration from it. And then I'd second guess myself and I'd say, well, I'll do it tomorrow, or I'll do it when I have the money, or I'll do it when I need to write some more. And I kept putting it off, and I kept putting it off, and I kept putting it off, until one day I just got fed up and I said, you know what? It's time for me to put this book together. It's time for me to put this book together and do what I've got to do. That's it. When I made that decision in my mind, y'all, when I said I'm going to do it, I've got this, that's when everything changed. That's when I started growing my confidence. See, my confidence journey truly took off when I decided to bet on myself. When I stopped betting on everybody else, or ask everybody else to place bets on me. And I said, you know what? I'm going to place a bet on my own self. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't, but I'm going to place a bet on me. And when I decided to do that and stop saying, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it when I have the money, I'll do it when I have the time, I need more resources, I need to be better, I need to lose weight, I need a better situation to do this. I kept making all of these excuses. When I stopped making those excuses, I truly started to live in my gift and to live in my greatness. But that was only when I decided to bet on me. So stop putting things off and bet on yourself. I believe in you. I see you succeeding. Now it's time for you to bet on you and see where it takes you. And number 5. Remember number 3, was it? Let's see, it was number 3. No, it was number 2, was quit saying yes and say no. Number 5 is I want you to start saying yes. But Ashley, you just told me to say no. No, let me stop you right there. I said say no to those things that aren't benefiting you. All of these are tied into each other. All of these tie back into the fact that it's time to make a change and it's time to do something different. So I need you to quit saying yes to the things that are preventing you from achieving your goals. And I need you to start saying yes to the things and the people that are going to help you succeed. If there is a mentor that's constantly been pouring out to you and putting into you, and yet you're constantly blowing them off, well, maybe it's time to say yes. If there's someone that's been reaching out to you about a speaking engagement or a job that you know is going to benefit your life, and you're constantly saying, no, I don't want to do that, I can't do that, it's time for you to say yes. If you were going to do the $5 savings program last year and you didn't do it, and you know that it can benefit you, it's time to say yes. If you know that you need new equipment and you keep putting it off so that you can do the things that you need to do, it's time to say yes. We are shifting what we're doing in our lives. Instead of just doing to do, that stops. Now it's time to intentionally do what we've got to do to be able to succeed. So I want you to start saying yes to those opportunities. Start saying yes to getting the hell out of your comfort zone. If again you're constantly in the same place year after year, then it's time to do something different. Because 2020 is going to be no different if you walk into 2020 with the same mindset, making the same decisions around the same people that are tearing you down, doing the same comfortable things every day. And then you're going to be sitting here at the end of 2020. Well, Ashley, nothing changed in my life this year. I mean, I tried. You tried and you put in effort on the same things again that didn't bring you results. If you do the same workout over and over again and it's not helping you build your muscle, it's not helping you lose weight, you're just staying the same, maybe it's time to switch it up and do something different. And that's the mentality I want you to have about your life right now, about your business right now. If you run your business the same way this year, and we're at the end of the year, and you haven't made 1/10 of what you were targeted or what your goal was for this year, guess what? It's time to do something different. Rethink that process. Rethink of how you're marketing your products or your services. Rethink of your mindset around the business. Or maybe it's time to totally change the business. It's time to really evaluate what you've done this year and how can you do better in 2020. So let's recap. This is how you can be more successful in your life by stopping these things, from stopping doing these things in your life. The first one was quit doing the same thing over and over again and then saying, well, hey, I didn't get a different result this time. Do something different. Number 2 was quit saying yes to everything and learn to say no to those things that aren't benefiting you. Stop going to the club instead of doing what you've got to do in your business. Stop hanging out with friends if you know you've got a test the next morning. Stop spending money if you know that that's something you need to be investing in your business. Number 3 is quit doubting yourself. Quit doubting your gifts and your abilities. You have everything you need. Now it's time to walk in your shoes, knowing that you've got what it takes. Number 4, stop putting things off for tomorrow that you can do right now at this very moment. And lastly, I want you to start saying yes to the opportunities that are going to bring you closer to your goals, your visions, and your dreams. Start saying yes to those things that are benefiting you, that are making you better. Because you got this. 2020 is coming. And you can't keep expecting something different to happen if you're not willing to put in the work or you're stuck in your comfort zone. So I'm here with you. And I am super excited about this journey. I want to see each and every one of you succeed. If you're watching this video, I want to see you succeed. Comment down below what you want to succeed at in 2020. What are we working towards? I told you for the rest of December, every single day, I'm giving you some kind of inspiration, some kind of information to help you do what you've got to do so that we can bring in this year with a bang. But what is it that you're trying to accomplish? Comment it down below so that I can kind of tailor some of my videos to be able to help you in a certain area. If you have questions, if there is something you want to learn more about, if you need to learn how to make money, if you need technology answers, if you need to figure out how you're going to grow on your social media, if you need to figure out how you're going to make money so that you can start your business, let me know below what you need help with so that I can cater to you and help you on this journey, because we're rocking out. It is time. There's no better time than now. So get ready, because this train is moving and we're going to make some amazing things happen. I believe in you. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you got something out of it and that you are literally gearing up to finish this year strong and propel yourself into 2020. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up, and comment down below, because I'll definitely be in the comments, and I also will be giving some different resources as well in the comments on how you can end up getting rid of these negative ways and negative habits in your life and change that mindset to positivity so that you can be successful. So I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for your support and love. And I will see you next time. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye-bye.